Hello everyone and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin and today we're going to start our playthrough of God of War, the card game. Now you may have noticed I decided to put them into the standees. It's just easier to tell order that way. You can see that Kratos is a little bit taller and Mr. Mimir is his tiny little head. Okay, so yeah, just so you know, that's how I'm going to have it set up. Okay, so we start with Kratos being the first player. So let's go ahead and jump in. Before Kratos takes a turn, we're going to have Mimir use one of his purple cards. Because remember, Mimir's not going to have a turn. So Mimir is going to be spreading out his actions through the two players. So he's going to play his purple card that says discard a plus card, which is one of these cards that has a number on it. So that the same number of players may draw one card each. And you can see this symbol. That symbol means he increases his rage by 1. So Kratos will go ahead and draw one card, and he gets a +2. Looking at Kratos' hand, the first thing is he's got these two shield cards. I'm going to keep them for later when he gets attacked, so we're not even going to look at them right now. We do, and I should say technically we could use them as modifiers if we wanted. We could just use the bottom part of the card, but I think we're going to be taking some damage, so I need to have those out. So here we have attack cards. You can see because they've got, this is a melee attack card and this is a ranged attack card. These are our modifiers. Now you can see that these ones that say or, they can either be used for a ranged attack or just a +1. So I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with this one, which has an attack and it has the +1. There's no or, and we're going to increase our rage. So we're going to attack with a +1, and then I think I'm going to add 2 to that. So we're actually attacking for a total of 3. Because we have that red symbol, we'll also move 1 up the rage track. Because we're attacking melee, we can only attack this creature that's right in front of us. It's got 3 health, we're attacking for 3. But here's the thing. They roll a defense die. Now this defense die has 0, a 1, a 5, another 0, which already is breaking off of the die, which is ridiculous, a 2. Anyways, they've got different types of shield amounts. So we have to roll this to determine how much this creature blocks Kratos' attack. We'll give the die a roll, and it's a 1. So we attacked for 3. He has a 1 block. We did 2 points of damage. Damage does persist in this game, so we'll place 2 damage right here. So then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take him out, and I'm going to do another attack, and I'm going to add +3 to it. So I'm doing another attack. Oh, no, I'm actually only +2 because this is an or. So this and a +2. That will also increase our rage to 2. So now we just have to hope he doesn't get 2 shield. Let's see. Okay, he got 0 shield, so then we took him out. When you defeat an enemy, depending upon what the card says, you'll do different things. This card says when you defeat the enemy, you flip the card over. So we'll remove the damage, and we will flip this card over. It says here, if the hive is destroyed, draw 2 cards. If the hive is not destroyed, add a shattered crystal to your deck, and then we're going to flip it back to the enemy side. Now, we saw these before. These are the shattered crystals. Whenever they say add to your deck, you place it on top of your deck in this game. That is one fun part about this game. Any upgrades you get, they're going to go on top of your deck, so you're going to see them right away. Now, though, we'll have to flip this card back over. And you can tell that because of this symbol. This tells you you're flipping it over, and it shows you with the red symbol which card to flip over. The third one from the left. I have one more attack I can do, and it's a ranged attack. I'm going to do a ranged attack for 3. This is also going to boost up our rage. Our rage will move from 2 to 3, so we're already over halfway powered up. I'm hoping for a 0 on the die, and no, instead I got a 2. Bummer. So that means I'll only do 1 point of damage. Now, something that I could have done, you guys, that I haven't done, is I could have moved. You could always move 1 time during your turn for free. Other cards might let you move more than that, but you should usually be able to move 1 time a turn. And when you move, you can even just swap who's in front in the same column, or you can move to a different column. I'll never have this problem with the characters that I'm playing with, but if ever you have a column that already has 2 characters, you can't move into it. You can only have 2 characters per column. I was really hoping to take out that second enemy. Didn't happen. That's all right. So what we do now at the end of your turn is you will draw the top card of the upgrade deck. So we have... Ooh, all players draw 1 card. It's a purple special card. And then you see that symbol? That tells you what enemy will activate. If you look here, it kind of makes sense. This is the enemy that we've been attacking. It'll attack the first person in this column and the first person in this column based on those arrows. There's no one here, so we're just going to get hit for 1 point of damage. Now, I do have a shield, and so I think I'm going to use it. I have a shield with a +1, so I'm blocking 1 damage, so I take nothing. It is now the bodiless Mimir's turn, and he doesn't get a turn. So all we do is we reveal another upgrade action card, and we have the F enemies are going to activate. Our 1 F enemy is here. He would attack anyone in this column here or the column here, but we're actually 1 more over, so that doesn't do anything. Nice. So now we'll move to Freya. Freya's going to start off with a strong attack. She's going to attack for a total of 4, melee attacking the enemy that they're in front of. She will also boost up her rage by 1. Mimir's also going to help her out. He's going to play +1 to an ally's attack, and then I can actually discard another modifier to give her another +1. So she's actually attacking for 5. I said 5, I mean 6. 3 + 1 + 2. And we have 1 shield. Yeah, that's more than enough. So we're going to defeat that enemy. I'm not going to show it to you. We already did that once. This will go just on top of her deck. She's going to attack again. She has another attack symbol here, and she's going to add +3. So this is only 3, but then I'm going to have Mimir do his other one, adding +1 to an ally, and adding this. So this one is 5. 5 to the 3 health this enemy has. As long as we get less than a 2, we're good. And I got a 2. So 3 health plus 2 is 5. That's the amount we did. She defeated that enemy twice and gets 2 shatter crystals. That's awesome. Both of those are going on top of her deck. And we don't want to forget that boosts up her rage. These are our 3 remaining cards. I really should have used this +2, you guys. And I should have used this when Kratos attacked, but I didn't. So I do have this, though, to cancel some damage if need be. We'll now move to the enemy activation. And don't forget, we're actually going to reveal 2 cards. 1 card for after Freya's turn, and then they get 1 additional every round. So yeah, they're basically going to activate twice after Kratos' turn, and then twice after Freya's turn. Okay, so we have the X enemies activating first. There are 2 X enemies on the board. They're the 2 ranged enemies. Now, how ranged enemies work is they will always attack the farthest hero that's away from them, farthest away in the front row of that column. Now, since I only have 1 column, they're both just going to attack Kratos. But if someone was over here on this side, this enemy would attack this character, and this enemy would attack this hero. As it stands, though, both are going to attack Kratos. The first one, we're just going to use our shield +2 to block. And then the second one, we're going to have Freya play cancel all damage that any one hero would take from an attack, and that boosts her rage up to 3. We're now at the end of the round, but don't forget, enemies get to do 1 more activation at the end of the round. So we will reveal the next card, and we have the F enemy activating. If we look here, the F enemy will not attack anyone because there's no one in his row or adjacent to him. Great, so now we can upgrade our decks. We look at the 4 cards that we drew, and we're each going to draft 1. So I feel like this purple one will be great for Mimir. So Mimir is going to grab this, especially because he cannot attack. He can use defense ones, but he can't attack. Then I think I'm going to have... Oh, man, this is hard. I could either have Kratos get another shield. I think I'm going to have Kratos get this attack, and I'm going to give Freya this attack. And then this one just goes at the bottom of the upgrade deck. All 3 of these cards will be placed on top of our decks, so we will draw them at the start of the next round. Any cards that are left over in hand will be discarded. So Freya had 2 and Mimir had 1. We could have moved somebody, but I didn't really want to do that. We'll go ahead and draw 7 new cards. We have our hands. We'll now have first player move back over to Mimir, which means the enemies will activate right away. We'll flip the top card of the upgrade deck, and we have, oh, that means the big guy, the Schlaflumener, is going to attack. So you can see up here, he attacks 2 ranged, cannot be blocked by shields. And he attacks anyone in those first 3 columns. So Kratos is sitting out there ready to get hit. I don't have any cancel abilities, so Kratos will just take 2 damage. Technically, Mimir at the beginning of this round could have attached himself to a different character, but he's going to stay with Kratos for now. So Freya is going to do a ranged attack because we do have that enemy with 1 point of damage up there already, thanks to Kratos. So she will attack for range, adding 3, and then Mimir will add +1 to an ally's attack, and then discard a +2. So she was doing 3, 4, 5, 6. This is an attack for 6. And they both get to increase their rage. Mimir will move to rage 2, and Freya will move all the way to rage 4. This is an attack 6, and we rolled a 5 defense. Seriously? So he's only going to take 1 damage. They really don't want me to see what's underneath that card. Next, we're going to have Mimir play all players draw 1 card. So this is Kratos' card. He'll get a +2. This is Mimir's card. He'll get a discard and heal. Ooh, that's kind of nice. And our third one for Freya, she gets a +2. Freya unfortunately doesn't have any more range in her hand, but she is going to do an attack for 2, because this has an or, so it's just a regular attack for 2. Mimir, though, is going to have a little fun here. In the next attack on an ally this round, the result of the enemy die is added to the ally's attack instead of counting as defense. So if we can roll a 1 now, we can actually defeat that enemy in front of us and gain another Shattered Crystal. Freya will increase her Rage track to 5, and Mimir is going to move his to 3. So right now we're doing 2 points of damage, and we add 1 for 3. Nice. So that's just going to give her, because she's attacking that same one I already flipped before, we know that's going to give her a Shattered Crystal. Freya's not done. She's going to go ahead and move, doing her 1 move action, and she's going to move in front of this column. She is then going to use her 2 Shattered Crystals to do the interact here. Now, when I did the demo of this game, the demoer told me that you then lose these Shattered Crystals. I didn't see anything in the rulebook on that, but I'm going to play that way because I think it makes it a little bit harder. So I'm going to give them up. They're going to go back to the supply pile. I'll have to gain more to be able to do this again. But look at this. 2 crystals for an interact, automatic 30 damage. All we need is 60 here. So we're halfway through the hive already. Freya will end her turn with these 2 in her hand. She can potentially heal somebody like Kratos if we need. And she also has a shield if she needs it. Now we have enemies activating. So we'll flip this and we have the little, I don't know what symbol that is, those enemies activating. This is the enemy that Freya just defeated. He's going to do 1 point of damage to Kratos and 1 point of damage to Freya. Freya's just going to take the point of damage. That's her first point. I think that's okay. Kratos is going to play this +1 shield and deal damage to the enemy equal to the damage you blocked. So I just blocked 1, so we just dealt 1 damage to him. Nice. Speaking of which, it's now Kratos' turn. The first thing Kratos is going to do is move with the Mimir right here. He's now in range of the boss. The boss has an interact over here where we spend 1 crystal and 1 range. So I've got both of those here. Now I don't get the rage because I'm not doing it as an attack. I'm doing it as an interact. And I'm going to say I have to put this Shattered Crystal back into the supply. I'm not sure about that one, you guys. When I get clarification, I'll let you know. But that will do 5 damage to the boss. And remember, we're tracking the boss's health, which is 50, over on the farthest right card. I'll show that to you in a second. But then what we're going to do is what this says is we flip both of these 2 cards. We need to do 50 damage. We just did 5. Only 45 to go. So now you can see with that flip, the boss went from being up here, he's now in melee. Isn't that cool? Man, I think that's awesome. So, and it has an ability that after he gets attacked in melee, he's going to flip these 2 cards back over and he's going to go back up into the sky being ranged. I could also, if I'm here, spend a shard and a ranged to deal him 20. Yeah, that's right, 20 damage if I do that. If only I had defeated that other enemy when I attacked range, I would have had a second shard crystal, but I don't. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hammer on him hard. So I'll use either one of these. It doesn't matter which one, because that's going to give me +2, +2, +3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only get to increase my rage by 1, even though I have 2 symbols here with the rage symbols, since this is only 1 attack. So that means Kratos will move up to a 4. It is 7 to... Oh my gosh, can you guys see that? That's that wimpy 0. Guys, this is a brand new game, and the die looks like this. Come on. Come on, Simon. But 7 damage. That's awesome. So we'll put a 5 and 2 1s. But now he's going to flip those 2 cards back over and be ranged again. Even though he's ranged, I can still hit him 1 more time, and I'm going to. I will use my ranged attack. This will also boost my rage all the way up to its highest value and put it at 3 for the attack. And the nice thing about this is I can then wait till next turn to activate my Spartan Rage, and that's going to give us a +3 on our next attack and heal 3 damage. Awesome. The boss man has 38 health. We're attacking for a total of 3, and our shield is 1, so we did a whopping 2 points of damage. But I'll still take it. Before the end of Kratos' turn, Mimir's going to go ahead and play discard a plus card, so we have a +2, to heal Mimir and his carrier that amount. Well, Mimir isn't damaged, but the carrier, which is Kratos, he can heal for 2, which I think is great. Mimir's rage will move up to 4, and Kratos heals to full, because he only had 2 damage. But now the enemies are going to activate twice. We'll draw the top card of the upgrade deck, and we have the F enemies activating. The only F enemy is this one over here. It'll attack Kratos. No one's in this spot. But Mimir can choose to take the damage, and he's going to, because he's got a shield too, so that will do nothing. We'll then draw the next card from the upgrade deck, and the F enemy activates again. Nice. That's actually great, because Mimir has another +2 shield, so he can block it. Great. So Freya's the only one that has damage. Nice. Now let's upgrade. Actually, before upgrading, we're going to have Freya play this card to discard and heal 1 hero by that amount. She has 1 damage, so she's going to heal 1 damage, and this is going to boost her rage up to 6. Everyone is raged up. We'll go ahead and upgrade our decks. I think I'm going to give this purple card to Mimir. Still, just works great for him. This +4, oh, that's awesome. It could be Freya or Kratos, really. I think I might give this one to Freya, and then I'm going to give this one to Kratos. So we'll discard this one, and these will all go on top of their decks. Now, if you look here, we did a much better job of using up our hands. Everyone used every card. That's awesome. Okay, let's draw up to 7. Here we have our 7 cards, looking great. We'll move first player over to Freya, and Freya will start the next turn. For Freya's turn, the first thing she's going to do is move herself behind Kratos, and she is going to try and hit that boss. She's going to be able to do a straight 5 points of damage and swap him to being melee by discarding 1 of these symbols, so the range, and a shattered crystal. That'll place 5 more damage. We're looking at, we have 19 out of 50 done. The next thing that we're going to do is use our old magic. We're going to discard this all the way down to 0. Place a Freya token on any hero. A Freya token may be discarded to cancel all incoming damage from one source. We'll give that to Kratos. Then, I'm not entirely sure this is legal, but what we're going to do is we're going to do an attack that'll boost our rage back up to 1. We're going to add our +4. Now it says cannot be played with other plus cards. But then Mimir is going to play this card, and he gets +1 to an ally attack, and you may discard a plus card to further increase that. I don't think that's being played with this one since it's being discarded, so I'm going to play that way. So this attack currently is doing 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're attacking the boss for 7 points of damage. And you know what? Why not? Let's add this too for another +2. So that's 9, because we are in the same row or column. 9 damage. Let's see what we get. A 1. So we just did 8 points of damage to the boss. Our boss here only has 23 health left. It does mean, though, that the boss is back to being ranged. 23 health. We can do that. Freya, unfortunately, only has shields and plus symbols left, so we'll just activate. Oh, and it's the boss. So the boss is going to do unblockable 2 points of damage to Kratos. I think it's as good of time as any to simply use the Freya token that he got to cancel all that damage. Now we'll move to Kratos. And you guys, look at Kratos' hand. Blue, blue, blue modifiers. I don't have a single attack card in this hand. So there's nothing he can do. That's going to end his turn. If he gets attacked, though, he's ready. Unless, of course, it's the boss. Which it's the boss. Draw 2 cards. And, of course, the boss is unblockable damage. So that's just going to hit Kratos for 2 points of damage. Nothing that he can do to stop that. It's also the reason why I didn't use his rage ability, because it's pretty much useless. Because adding damage to a non-attack doesn't help. So now it's Mimir's turn, and we know he doesn't get a turn, so we just have this enemy activate. Lucky for us, that enemy activating doesn't do any damage to anyone. No one's there. The enemies then get their 1 extra activation, and we have the ranged enemies will attack. They'll each attack Kratos, and Kratos is going to laugh at them, because one of them he's actually going to do a point of damage to. +1, and then deal damage to that enemy equal to the damage blocked. And that's actually going to defeat an enemy, so he's going to gain a shattered crystal, which is kind of cool. The other one, he'll just do this to block for 1. I don't know if I've shown you the backside of these, but this is the one that he blocked and actually dealt a point of damage to. So we'll flip this card, and it says the same thing as all of them, which says if the hive is destroyed, draw 2 cards. If the hive's not destroyed, add a shattered crystal to your deck. So he'll get a shattered crystal. And then we'll flip this card back over. It tells you to do that. We'll go to upgrade. I think we've got to give this to Kratos. We do not want to have a hand like that again. This will let us draw 2 cards. I'm thinking of actually giving this to Mimir. So he's got a couple more modifier cards that he can use. Hey, that would mean that someone could heal by 4, something like that. And then, I mean, I guess for Freya, let's just do the heal yourself by 4. No, you know what? I'm going to do the shield. I kind of like the shield better because it's also giving a +2. So we'll do these 3. As you can see here, I did not nearly do as well as I did last time with playing all the cards in my hand, but it is what it is. We'll discard and draw up. There we go, and it looks like we actually have some attacks this time. And Kratos will be our first player this round. Now, I could have decided to move Mimir. I'm still keeping him on Kratos. Looks like we're going to have another fun round against the boss. First thing we're going to do is have Kratos play this card to draw 2 cards, and he'll draw, wow, 2 more potential ranged attacks. That's actually kind of cool. We're then going to give up these 2 cards. We'll give up the Shattered Crystal back to the supply so that we can do the interact. That will deal 5 damage to the boss, okay? And he will flip to being melee. With that 5 damage, he only has 18 health left. Can we do it? That's the question. First thing we'll activate is our Spartan Rage. We're going to add +3 to our next attack, and we're going to heal ourselves by 3. We're then going to do a melee attack of 4. That's going to boost our rage up to 1. Then Freya is going to play this. She's in the same column, so she'll add +2. So that means the attack is 6. Then we're going to have Mimir play this, where he adds +1 to an ally's attack. So that's 7. And we can discard this 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 damage. So yeah, we're not going to be able to take him out, but 11 damage? Heck yeah. 11 minus 1. We just did 10 damage. That boss has 8 health left. I missed that Mimir had this all players draw 1 card, so we'll have Kratos draw. Nice, another attack card. Mimir will draw, move Mimir and his carrier to an adjacent area, and we'll have Freya draw a +1 for a melee attack. So now the boss has moved to range, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to play this, boost our rage to 2. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is an attack for 4 at ranged, trying to hit that boss. 4 minus 2. So we just did 2 more points of damage. I was hoping for more than that. That's okay. Still 2 more. We're left with this in hand. That'll be nice to protect ourselves. We are now, though, going to have 2 enemy activations in a row. So the first one, oh, that boss. Okay, the boss does 2 direct damage to Kratos. So yeah, we'll take the 2 right here. Now, before we draw the next card, I'm going to have Mimir actually use his ability, because I forgot to do that last round. It says, during the scene activation, draw an extra upgrade card, choose one of them to activate, and place the other on the bottom of the upgrade deck. First of all, it just helps us activate certain enemies potentially, and also gives us a better upgrade. We'll go ahead and look at the top 2 cards, and we can either have a ranged attack +2, or a purple card, return 1 discarded any card to your hand, except for a purple card. Oh, now this would make the boss hit Kratos again for 2. This would be just an attack for 1, which he could block. But I like that we don't have a ton of range. Yeah, you know, yeah, let's do this one. You know, I'm going to put this one on the bottom. We can soak the other 2 points of damage. We've got ways to heal. So I'll simply take 2 more for Kratos. He has 4 damage, and this will go into our discard pile. The one disadvantage of playing this all solo is sometimes I forget to look at everyone's cards. I'm going to use Freya's card here. She's going to boost her rage up to 2, and she's going to cancel that 2 damage that was just done to Kratos. So Kratos now only has 2 damage. Heck yeah. To take out that hive, we need 2 crystals, or we just need to do a ton of damage. There's another 30 damage. So I think to start Freya's turn, we're going to move her here, and she's going to try and take out 2 enemies over there. If she does, she'll get the 2 crystals, which then she can come here and destroy the hive next turn. We'll go ahead and play a regular attack card, melee. Remember that enemy has 1 point of damage on it already. That's also going to push up her rage track. I'm just going to show it to you because I haven't shown it to you in a while. So she is at a 3, and she's attacking for a total of 3 damage. 3 minus 2. It's only doing 1 point of damage. Okay, didn't take him out. For our next attack, I think I am going to use the melee just because he's got 2 points of damage on him. It means I'm only doing a 1, so I have to roll a 0. But if I do the 2, I'm not going to kill the guy ranged anyways. Her rage track will go up to 4. Looking for a 0. Looking for a 0. No, he rolled a 5. Yeah, no damage. We'll now have our 2 enemy activations. We have the boss. Oh, now the boss is going to hit both of them now because they're now in 2 separate columns. Just so you guys can see, since Kratos is here on his own and now Freya is here on her own, they're both going to take 2 damage. Now Mimir is going to take the 2 damage for Kratos this time. So he's at half health. He's got 2 out of 4. Freya will take 2. She has a total of 8 health, so she has 6 left. She's doing okay. It hurts when you get attacked for unblockable damage. Okay, now the enemy that is on Freya is going to attack. The nice thing about this one, it's just doing 1 point of damage, only hitting her, and she's got a shield +1, so it doesn't touch her. We'll now do our upgrades. Kratos is definitely going to grab this card, because then he can attack the boss at range. I think we'll have Freya and Mimir each take these ones. We'll then end the round. Unfortunately, I had a ton left for Mimir, but what can you do? We'll discard those, we'll discard this one, and we'll discard Kratos' card. We have now shuffled up and drawn, and we are ready for the next round. We'll start with Mimir, aka an enemy attacking. Well, it's always fun to start off with an enemy activation, right? So we have the enemy that's in front of Freya attacking. He will attack Freya, and that's it. No one's there. Freya has a shield with a +2. Doesn't touch her. Well, right now, Freya has a hand very similar to Kratos last time. No attacks. So what we're going to do is have Mimir come to the rescue. He's going to play discard a modifier card so that the same number of players can draw 1 card each. And that's going to boost up his rage to 2. And he's going to discard a 3. So every player gets to draw a card. Kratos will draw a ranged or a +1. Ooh, the range is nice. Mimir will draw +1 or +2 to an ally's attack. Heck yeah. And Freya, come on, be an attack. Be an attack. There we go. Got an attack card. So the first thing Freya's going to do is she's going to discard this +2 so she can heal any one hero by that amount. She's going to heal herself up by 2. So she is fully healed up. Because of her hand, she only gets 1 attack. She's going to come over here and make it worth it against the boss. She'll go behind Kratos again, and she will attack the big guy. She's going to make sure this boss is dead. Look at this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Mimir will add a +2, so that's 12. 12 total attack. Minus a 1. That is 11. The boss is done. Her only card left in hand is a +2, which she probably could have added to that if she wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to flip this card over to show that he is gone. Now when we flip that symbol, he's not going to activate. Let's see who will activate this round. We have the X enemies activating. So that's the 2 range ones. They're both going to hit Kratos for 1 point of damage. Kratos is going to laugh at him because he's got 2 shields. This one's a +2, this one's a +1, and he's going to deal a point of damage to this one. And now it's Kratos' turn, and the first thing he's going to do is move into this spot and hammer on these 2 enemies to get 2 shattered crystals. That way next round we can destroy the hive. Kratos will go ahead and use this ranged attack, an attack for a total of 5. That ranged X enemy, his rage will now move up to 3. He only needs 2 more rage before he can activate his ability. And 1 shield, that means he's doing enough damage, because there's already 1 damage on that enemy, to destroy it and gain a shattered crystal. We'll use this for our next attack. Kratos is going to 4 on rage out of 5. Mimir's going to have fun. He's going to go to 2 rage out of 4. And he's going to play in the next attack of an ally this round. The result of the enemy die is added to ally's attack instead of counting as a defense. So we're going to attack range, the enemy that's up. Range is fully healed right now, but we're attacking for 4. And whatever we roll, we're actually going to add to our attack. I'm not even going to roll because that's guaranteed I'm going to defeat him because he only has 3 health. And that's going to give us another shattered crystal. The final thing we're going to do on this round is Mimir is going to play this card. First of all, he's going to push his rage up from 2 to 3. Only needs one more before he can activate his ability. He's going to discard this 2 card to heal himself and his carrier, which is Kratos, by 2 each. So both of them are fully healed. Yeah. I mean, see what I mean? I think Mimir is probably one of the most fun characters. It's just you never attack, so you have to be okay with that. We're now going to have 2 enemy activations. So we'll flip this up. Ooh, the enemy that is on Kratos will attack. Freya is on this side, and this enemy is attacking here and here, so she's okay. Mimir's going to go ahead and play this for 2 defense. Doesn't get hit. We'll go ahead and flip the second card. Ooh, the same enemy is going to attack. That's a +6. After using this card, remove it from your deck until the next quest. That is an awesome card, though. That's definitely got to go into Kratos' deck. Kratos will get attacked by 1, which we have here. He only has 1 damage out of 10. With these upgraded cards, this is going to Kratos. This is going to go to Mimir. And, I mean, I got to kind of keep Freya as our healer, right? So this will go to Freya. Perfect. This will go on the bottom of the deck. We'll end the round. We only have 2 cards left in hand out of our 3 players. Not bad. And I think just to make life quick, because we might as well, she's not even going to activate. We'll just draw the top card of this. The ranged enemies are going to attack. They're both going to attack. Oh no, actually, since Freya is out here on her own, hey, I can actually show you this. This enemy will attack Freya, and this enemy will attack Kratos. They both, though, have shield cards, so we're good to go. Then, moving to Kratos' turn, we'll simply move over here and discard or get rid of these 2 shattered crystals to deal 30 damage to the hive, and that's going to destroy it. We'll flip this card over, and it shows destroyed. That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? And I love how the art just, looks so cool. Since we won the Elfheim, we would then move either to the Grendels or the Travelers. Now, I've done the Grendels before. I didn't do very well. It was really cool, but I kind of want to see the Travelers. So if I would choose, I would probably choose the Travelers. What would happen then is I would flip this card. It would give us a hindrance. I would also reset all the decks by taking out the Shattered Crystals and any sort of status card, which there was no status cards in that one. And then we set up scene 1. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Let me know if you guys want to see another one. Regardless, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at the next stop.